Hello North Country and welcome to Barker Memorial Gymnasium at Plattsburgh High School for Champlain Valley Athletic Conference varsity girls basketball. Tonight the Plattsburgh High School Hornets meet the Beekmantown Central School Eagles. I'm Foxy Gagnon along with Eric Gagnon on camera. Our thanks to Bridge Street Auction Service for their support of Hornets girls basketball. Beekmantown Central, the visitors in the red, coached by Greg Waters. They have a 6-4 record. They opened with 5 CVAC wins and then dropped 4 in a row. They lost to Northeastern Clinton Central, Saranac Central, Seton Catholic, and Ticonderoga, 4 very tough basketball teams. They rebounded of late to beat Osable Valley 40-27. Plattsburgh High School with 6 wins and 5 losses. They are coached by John Fountain. They've had an up and down season. They went on a 4-game winning streak in mid-season. Recently lost to Seton Catholic in overtime, a heartbreaking loss. A loss to NCCS, but they hung tight all the way against the undefeated Cougars. And then they beat Lake Placid in overtime 44-40. The officials are Mark DeCoste and Jim Bricky, and the announcement by Brian Ensel of the starting lineups. For Beekmantown, number 20 is Brittany Williams. She had 8 points against against Osable Valley. Camry Allen for Plattsburgh. Allen averaging 8 points a game. Number 31 is Marcia Coakley. Coakley averaging 10 points a game. For Plattsburgh, Debbie Davis. Davis averaging 11 points a game. Laura Brockhughes for Beekmantown. For Plattsburgh, Courtney Drown at center. Drown averaging 11 points a game. Mary Coakley, number 32, averaging almost 12 points a game. And with a start, Stephanie Brody, the sophomore. Brody averaging 9 points in her last 5 games. The 5th starter, number 12 for Beekmantown, Jessica Cromie. And Plattsburgh starts Lindsay Tyler. It's Beekmantown Central and Plattsburgh High School. Please stand out. Drown on the right and Brock Hughes on the left. Jump at center, Mark DeCoste with the toss-up. And a good battle for the middle spots in Division 1. Quickly to the basket, off the tip-off, and the points for Mary Coakley. The Coakley sisters, twins and sophomores. And Beekmantown creates the turnover. Now, when these teams met in Beekmantown, the Eagles won 38-35. Plattsburgh in the lead throughout the game, but Beekmantown outscored Plattsburgh 19-8 in the 4th quarter, and that brought them the victory. A big come-from-behind win for Beekmantown in their nest. Now they come to the Hornets' nest. Let's see what takes place. They lead 2-0. Both Coakleys dangers to score. They were outstanding soccer players, and they are off to a great start in their varsity careers in basketball. Camry Allen inbounds it to Stephanie Brody. Brody a sophomore, Tyler a junior. The double team on Tyler. She gets it to Allen and Davis. That backcourt pair are seniors. Tyler pulls it out and gets it to Allen. And inside to Drown off her fingertips. She races for it. Drown is a junior. Shot clock at 6. And Allen pushes one up and she was fouled. That foul will be called on, we'll see, it went against number 20, and that's Brittany Williams. Cromie and Williams are juniors. The Coakleys are sophomores. Laura Brockhughes, the tall center, is a senior. Camry Allen at the line. gets the bounce. Beekmantown 2, Plattsburgh 1. The Hornets apply their own full court pressure. And Williams breaks out of the pack with it. Knocked away by Brody. Three scoring leaders for Beekmantown Central, and that would be the Coakley sisters. Both have scored in the area of 110 points in their CVAC games. They've taken turns with big games. Mary Coakley has a couple of 19-point games and 118. Marsha Coakley, an 18-point game and a 16-point game against Saranac. The other scoring factor, Casey Cowan, not a starter, hits the three-pointers. She has 12 on the season, not starting this game, and she averages 5 points a game. 6.5 to play. The other Beekmantown players, of course, steady with the points, but they average more in the 4 and 5 point area. Brody, the short jumper, and rebounded by Cromie. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. Brody looks. Davis fell down as she cut for the ball, and it will be Beekmantown basketball. This is a big game because it could shuffle positions, and of course those final slottings at the end of the CVAC season matters for who your opponent will be. The higher up you finish, the lower below you play. Foul called on the rebound, and that was against Plattsburgh. Davis picks up her first foul. Inbounded to Brockhues, but knocked away by Drown. Brody on the floor with it. And dishes to Drown. The jumper off the glass and in. Courtney Drown with Plattsburgh's first field goal. And it's 3-2 Plattsburgh. Mary Coakley. This is Cromie. Mary Coakley to Marsha Coakley. Marsha's jumper well off. Brockhues gets it back for the Eagles. Shot clock down to 1. And Drown on the rebound. She takes it to midcourt and gets it to Camry Allen. Stops for the three. Rolled the rim. Close one. And Brody keeps it for Plattsburgh, but she stepped on the baseline. Greg Waters coaches Beekmantown, and John Fountain coaches Plattsburgh High School. And as the years go by, they are both longtime coaches. I'm Foxy Gagnon, along with Eric Gagnon on camera. North Country Cable Network, CVAC girls basketball. Into Brockhues, stolen by Brody. Debbie Davis wearing the goggles. She had a very bad injury to just above her eye. She sports a pretty black eye. Drown blocked by Brockhues. And a trip up. Coakley, Mary Coakley tripped up. Marsha Coakley wears number 31, Mary Coakley number 32. Jessica Cromie inbounds it to Brittany Williams, a young Beekmantown team. And a push-off called on, they're going to call that on Brockhues 50, I believe. No, they called it for the elbow against Debbie Davis. Debbie Davis for an elbow. Coach John Fountain not happy with that one. 4:26 to play in the first quarter, and it's a shaky start for both teams. We're just at 3-2. Davis takes advantage of the carelessness by the Eagles. Davis for 2. Davis averaging 11. Plattsburgh leads at 5-2. Swish from the outside by Mary Coakley. Mary Coakley with the 4 Eagle points. Davis works and gets it to Allen. Now Tyler, 3:50 to play, 3-point range. Tyler high off the glass, the rim, and down the floor is Marcia Coakley. Kind of an off-balance shot. Drown got it, but she was on the baseline. Tough break there for Plattsburgh because that probably would have bounced out of bounds. 5-4 Plattsburgh. The long one from Marcia Coakley goes out of bounds. Substitution as Brock Hughes leaves, replaced by Aaron Newell. Williams leaves, replaced by Billy Joe Branham, number 33. Billy Joe Branham not wearing the 20 that her dad Buckle Branham sports on his car. She wears number 33. She's an excellent distance shooter. She's hit 5 3-pointers, and that could be one of them. 3! Billy Joe Branham wasted no time getting in the scorebook. She hits the 3, her 6th on the season, and Beekmantown is up 7-5. Allen to Brody. Brody did not start through the first half of the season. She's a recent starter for Coach Fountain. She scored 16 against Lake Placid. Davis's jump shot will go in, and she was fouled. Debbie Davis, a steady player, one of your reliable starters. Debbie Davis with 4 early points. Davis has a season high of 21. That came against Saranac. And she averages 11. That was her average last year as well. Timeout, and it's the Bridge Street Auction Service scoreboard. We are tied at 7 with 2:54 to play in the first. Davis at the line, try to make it a 3-point play, and she does. Davis with 5 of Plattsburgh's 8. It's Hornets by 1. Mary Coakley all the way, and Drown fouled her. Right now the Eagles with Branham, the Coakleys, Newell, and Cromie. 2 shots for Mary Coakley. She has 4 points. She makes it 5. Coakley been in double figures almost every game this season. Tied at 8 with 2:40 to play in the first. Brody, Allen. Branham guards Allen. Inside to Drown. And travel called on Drown. Switch pivot feet. Switch pivot feet, I guess is what you'd say. If I asked an English teacher, they'd probably tell me the right way. 2:22 and counting as Branham brings it up the floor. Long one. 3! Mary Coakley's night tonight. Mary Coakley with 8 in the first quarter, and it's the Eagles by 3. Davis gets it to Tyler. Tyler, too much on the shot, batted around, and Drown. Nice job. That was all muscle by Courtney Drown against Newell. Drown worked for that one. And it's Beekmantown by 1. Coakley missed that one, and Tyler there. Eagles 11, Hornets 10, first quarter. Drown tries to back her way in, dishes to Tyler from 15 feet. Blocked by Mary Coakley. Picked up by Branham. Brody chases her. Allen and Brody team up. They go to Cromie. Mary Coakley across the floor to Branham and into the Hornet bench. Scooped up by Dulce Sanchez on the Hornets bench. Mark Sudal is here, of course, WPTZ, Channel 5 Sports. He's got the big camera. Brody passes up on the shot, goes inside to Drown. Rebounded by Mary Coakley. Billy Joe Branham. Branham must be a sophomore. She is. It's a young Eagles team. Cromie glances the rim, but Branham keeps it alive. Too high off the glass. Davis comes out with it. Down the floor to Brody on the breakaway. Brody puts it in. The Bridge Street Auction Service scoreboard has 12-11 now. Plattsburgh lead as Brody puts the Hornets up by 1. Slow start to the quarter, but they've heated up. Brody has speed. Moves off angle shot, and Tyler on the rebound was fouled. Teams came alive. It was 3-2 through about the first 3.5 minutes of this. Lindsay Tyler at the line for a couple. Hornets are 2 for 3 from the line. Gets it. Tyler averaging 5 points a game. She has a high of 11. She also had 9 in one game. She started her varsity career with 8 points coming off the bench. Tyler hits them both. Balanced scoring from Plattsburgh, and they lead by 3 as the first quarter ends. At the buzzer, the Bridge Street Auction Service scoreboard has Plattsburgh High School 14 and Beekmantown Central 11 after 1. We start the second set of 8 minutes, and the way these two teams play and the way they played in the first game, we might have some little extra time as well. We might be in for the long haul tonight in this game. Brody shuffles it to Allen, inside to Drown, and they're going to call a hold on Newell. Fouls piling up as well. We had 4 each side in the first quarter. Allen, Davis. The Hornets can hit from 3. They have 3-pointers by 12 by Allen, 8 by Davis. Megan Mazurek, a usual starter, not starting tonight. She was out, missed the last game with a concussion, so they're bringing her back slowly. Mazurek has 5, and Flynn with 1 3-pointer on the season. Total of 26. For Beekmantown, this player, Casey Cowan, number 30, has hit 12 3-pointers. She had 4 against Tupper Lake. And in that game, she hit for 15 points, did Casey Cowan, number 30. She's the daughter of Larry Cowan, the former men's basketball coach at Plattsburgh State. Hornets by 3 early in the second quarter. Davis, spin move, but a charge called. To be honest with you, didn't see much contact there, but it's the 3rd foul on Debbie Davis, and that's a killer. I barely saw any contact. If there was, well, I didn't really see it. So Davis on the bench with 3 fouls, and Mazurek entered the game for Plattsburgh. And that is costly in more ways than one when you lose Davis. 3! And that 3-pointer from Robin Bushy. Bushy ties it with 1 shot. And for Bushy, that's her first 3-pointer on the season. inside to Tyler. 6.5 remaining in the second quarter, tied at 14. Mazurek, Allen, Brody, guarded by Cowan. Tyler near the basket, but short on the shot. Mary Coakley was right in her face. Plattsburgh ball, but just 5 seconds on the shot clock. I'm not sure the Hornets realize it. Tyler to the hoop, and they never got the shot off. It would have been Plattsburgh ball, but the Eagles defense held, and they get the ball tied at 14. This is Cowan all the way across the floor to Mary Coakley. Tyler on the boards. Up the floor to Camry Allen. Hornets have Debbie Davis with 3 fouls on the bench. And I will guess she'll stay there for the remaining 5:45 of the first half. Brody, not really a good shot selection there. And Saroj with the rebound. That's Monica Saroj. Turnover, Beekmantown. Coach Waters keeps Eagles flying out of the nest, I'll tell you. Brody out, replaced by Kate Flynn, and we're going to have a timeout, a short timeout. A good chance to thank Steve Brody of Bridge Street Auction Service. Right past that girl. There's Steve here watching the game, his daughter Stephanie, and Steve Brody of Bridge Street Auction Service. They score with 5:35 to play in the second quarter. We are tied at 14. Kate Flynn, the double team on her. Allen takes it to the hoop. Nice dish to Drown, and Saroj fouled Drown. Courtney Drown with 4 points in the game. Plattsburgh has 5 from Davis, 4 from Drown, 2 from Brody, 2 foul shots from Tyler, and a foul shot from Allen. Drown nets her first foul shot on the season. Drown averaging 11 points. She has a season high of 22. That 22 came against Seton Catholic in the overtime game. Beekmantown up the floor. The Hornets lead by 2. Branham's short jumper won't go, but Marsha Coakley on the boards. It looked like Tyler might have had a good block. And the Hornet fans are getting a little upset. It looked like Tyler might have had the good block, but foul called on Tyler. That's her first, and Marsha Coakley to the line. Chance for her to get into the scorebook. (16-15) now, and Coakley going for the tie. Tied at 16. Hornets run it up the floor. Tyler, three-point range, thought about it. Allen from three-point range, rolled the rim, raced to the ball. Mazurek for Plattsburgh, dishes out to Flynn. Flynn attacks the basket, she was fouled. You saw Tyler kind of think about it in three-point range. She has not hit a three-pointer this season. Kate Flynn, a senior, will have 2 shots. Flynn hit for 6 points against Saranac Lake. She had 5 the next time they played Saranac Lake. Flynn's swish puts Plattsburgh ahead 17-16. The Saroche foul was her second. Brockhues back in for Plattsburgh. This is Branham guarded by Mazurek. Mazurek, a junior. Marcia Coakley. Cowan open. Three! What an eye, but I'll bet she was in the gym when she was about 3 years old. And 4 3-pointers by Beekmantown. The Hornets run it the other way, down by 1. Cowan there. Gets it to Bushy. Bushy, Cowan, Mary Coakley, and Billy Joe Branham with 3-pointers. And the Eagles lead by 2. More offense from the 3-pointer than any other way. Close to the basket. Nice try by Mary Coakley. And Laura Brockhues with the putback. Beekmantown with a nice second quarter. A steal here. All alone is Coakley. Missed it. Brockhues again puts it in. Everything going the Eagles' way now. 23-16. It's Beekmantown by a 6-pack. And Coach Fountain needs the timeout. Plattsburgh playing without Debbie Davis. The senior is on the bench with 3 fouls. They came in the first, the first 10 minutes of the ball game. 3:42 to play, and the Bridge Street Auction Service scoreboard has Beekmantown 23, Plattsburgh High School 17. So the Eagles outscoring Plattsburgh 12-3 in this second quarter. Flynn brings it up the floor. Dishes to Mazurek. Allen. Eagles apply the pressure. From the outside, Mazurek short on that shot, and Mary Coakley there. Three! Robin Bushy, another 3. Oh my, the Eagles are deadly from 3-point range. And there's not really much you can do about it. If you're going to hit the 3-pointers, you're going to hit them. Wow. Deadly from 3-point range. 5 in the contest. And we're only barely midway through the second quarter. Tyler takes it down the lane. Brockhues picks up a foul. Lindsay Tyler will go to the line. The Hornets' only offense, hitting 3 out of 4 foul shots in this quarter. They have no field goals, and they've played about 5 minutes of the second quarter. Tyler for a couple. 26-18. And Drown on the inside, but Brockhues with the block. Mazurek tipped it out of Mary Coakley's hands, and a double dribble called on Drown. Eagles by 8 with the big second quarter. Mary Coakley. Brittany Williams to the hoop, and Drown with a huge block. Tyler on the rebound. Hornet crowd like that Drown block. Allen 3-point range. It'll be Plattsburgh ball. Marcia Coakley returns for Beekmantown, replacing Branham. And Lindsay Tyler out, Connie Whalen in for Plattsburgh. Drowned. Marcia Coakley outraces everybody all the way to the hoop. It'll count. Marcia Coakley all the way to the hoop and hits the 2. Beekmantown second quarter, huge. Brody in and Mazurek out for Plattsburgh. Coakley makes it a three-point play. 29-18, and the Hornets almost throw it away. Tightrope walking was Allen. It'll be Plattsburgh ball at the end of the Eagles bench. To Flynn. Drown. Spin move on Brock-Hughes. Over Brock-Hughes. Drown with a nice play. Courtney Drown with 8. A minute 39. Brock-Hughes close to the basket. It'll count. For Beekmantown, Brock-Hughes now with 6 points. And guess what? That's her season high. She had 4 in a couple games. She's been a rebounder, but not an offensive threat until tonight with 6 points in the second quarter. And she hits that one. A good 7-point quarter for Brock-Hughes with 1:35 to play. 32-20. Eagles by a dozen. Brock-Hughes blocks the Brody try. Mary Coakley down the floor. Cromie. At the officials table, it's Goose Gagnon on the shot clock. Leo Fortier, the official timer. Laura Gagnon, the official scorer. And the Beekmantown scorer is Sarah Cromie. And she's part of the Yockstadt clan connected with Plattsburgh High School. We have cousin Susan Yockstadt, who plays on Hornets JV, and Jessica Cromie on the Eagles varsity. In and out on the Brody attempt. Eagles still up by a dozen, end to end, and Brody for the slap on the Brittany Williams. Second foul on Brody, so Brittany Williams goes to the line for 2. Eagles are 5 for 7 from the foul line, but they've been deadly from three-point range. to 20. Second quarter. And a breakaway. Marsha Coakley, free ticket. Missed the shot. Drown. Slows things down, and nobody there. Well, if you analyze the first quarter, you can say factors. Beekmantown, 3-pointers. Davis getting 3 fouls and didn't play the final 45 of the first half. Nice bucket by Marsha Coakley. So the Coakley girls took turns pacing Beekmantown. Short one for Drown, side of the rim, one shot for Plattsburgh, and that's it. The huge second quarter puts Plattsburgh in a big hole at halftime. Beekmantown Central at 6-4, Plattsburgh High School at 6-5, but Beekmantown dominates the second quarter. Just 1 field goal in the quarter and 4 foul shots for the Hornets, and the Eagles pop in 24 points in the quarter. 7 by Marsha Coakley and 7 by Laura Brock-Hughes. The Bridge Street Auction Service scoreboard at the half: Beekmantown Central 35, Plattsburgh High School 20. Ready for the next 16 minutes, and the Hornets have a mountain to climb. Davis re-enters for Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh with its starting 5 to start the second half. Travel called on Beekmantown. The Eagles with their starting 5 as well to open the second half. 24-6. The difference in the second quarter. Well, Plattsburgh just comes out of the locker room, and they ended the first half with some sloppy play and hurried play, and they start the third in similar fashion. Plattsburgh with 8 points from Drown in the first half, 5 from Davis, but she only played 10 minutes. 3 from Tyler, 2 from Brody, 1 from Allen, 1 from Flynn. Free ticket to the basket and in for Cromie. Cromie to the hoop to start the scoring in the second half. Hornets up the floor. And Brock Hughes blocks the Davis shot. Brock Hughes blocks the Brody shot and it hit Brody out of bounds. So that becomes Beekmantown basketball. And they run it up the floor. Mary Coakley attacks the basket and puts it in. Wasting no time, it's Mary Coakley's turn. Mary had 8 points to open the first quarter, and then she didn't score in the second, but Marcia scored in the second. Marcia scored 7 points. Bushy hit a couple of three-pointers, her first ones of the season. Davis, the nice dish to Drown. Davis on the inside puts it in. You get Davis out on the floor, and things the Hornets play with just a little bit more confidence. 39-22. 6.5 remaining in the third. Mary Coakley looks. Long one from Williams. Drown on the boards. To Brody. Brody up the floor and finds Tyler. Tyler passed on the shot, and Davis three-pointer didn't get the bounce. Brock Hughes there to Williams. Tyler with the steal to Drown. Camry Allen just inside the arc, swishes it. Camry Allen bags herself a deuce, and it's 39-24. This is Mary Coakley to Marcia. We talked with their dad, Sanford Coakley, at halftime. And what a nice man he is. He's coached youth sports for a long time. Also a well-respected football coach in the North Country. Brody with the defense on Williams. Nice job. And in fact, Eric Gagnon on camera. And there's Sanford Coakley, the father of Marcia and Mary Coakley. And Sanford coached Eric in Pee Wee baseball and then Babe Ruth baseball. Am I right, Eric? On both levels. And was an excellent youth coach. He's involved in youth sports in the Beekmantown recreation area. 5:24 to play in the third quarter on the Bridge Street Auction Service scoreboard. Our thanks to Steve Brody. And it's Beekmantown 39, Plattsburgh 24. Allen to Davis. We talked with Abby Graves of the Hornets soccer and Hornets sports, softball and all that. Abby Graves playing photographer tonight. Nice to see Abby Graves here in her school colors. Cromie, nice bring up the floor by Cromie. She gets the assist as Marcia Coakley puts in the points. 10 for Mary Coakley, 9 for Marcia Coakley, 7 for Brock Hughes. And it's 41-24. Allen to Brody. Brody from the outside. Tipped around, it'll be Plattsburgh ball. No, I guess I saw it incorrectly. I'm way up here in the bleachers, and all I've had for dinner is a peanut butter sandwich, so don't listen to me on those. Mary Coakley attacks the basket. Tyler to Davis. Davis wearing the safety glasses to protect that eye, which was badly damaged just a couple of games ago. She hasn't missed any game, though, despite the injury. Tyler has to shoot. Now, I'm going to get mad at Lindsay Tyler. She's a good outside shooter. She's passed on 2 in a row. 41-24 midway through the third quarter. The Hornets need some offense. They've scored just 4 points in this quarter, and they had 6 in the second quarter. I see athletic trainer right in front of us, Mark Donnelly, right in front of us here on this side, and he's talking with John Moschel. John Moschel was a coach a few years ago in the Beekmantown School District. Very well-respected coach. That's John Moschel on the right. Very well-respected coach at Beekmantown through the years. A couple of Beekmantown substitutions as Williams and Mary Coakley leave. Marcia Coakley at the line. And the huge block there pleases the crowd. Tyler hits this one. What did I tell you? That's right. Maybe she heard me, because I knew as soon as she released that was a swish. Tyler from the outside. That was a 2-pointer, so it's 42-26. Travel called on Marcia Coakley. The Coakleys with 10 apiece. Casey Cowan is in. She hit a quick 3-pointer last time she entered the game. This is Debbie Davis playing with 3 fouls. Brody inside to Drown. The triple team on her, and Brock Hughes with the block shot. Drown getting frustrated, but nothing you can do. You have to keep attacking or you dish back out. If you feel the pressure too much. Davis lost the handle on the drive, but a foul called on Beekmantown. Camry Allen with 3 fouls, so she's out right now. 2 shots for Debbie Davis. Robin Bushy enters along with Aaron Newell. Bushy hit a couple of 3-pointers in the first half. Davis's second shot, the swish. She has 9 in the contest, Drown with 8. 42-28. Branham guarded by Mazurek. Bushy guarded by Tyler. Bushy breaks open, dishes out to Marcia Coakley. Gets her own rebound, blocked by Drown. Bushy from the outside, no. Tyler gets it. Mazurek to Brody. Brody lost it. Held ball, possession to Plattsburgh. 20 seconds on the Plattsburgh shot clock. Marcia Coakley out, Mary Coakley in. Brody with just 2 points in the game. She finds Drown. Drown caught in the lane and taken away by Beekmantown. Mary Coakley up the floor. Nice lead pass. Good defense by Tyler. Tyler to Davis. Davis looks the floor. Mazurek, 3-point range. 3! Megan Mazurek hits a 3. For Mazurek, that is her 6th 3-pointer on the season. Mary Coakley sets. They gave her the shot. Cowan brings it across the court. Coakley to Cowan. Inside, knocked away by Drown. The Hornets have cut it to 11. Spin move by Brody. Oh, too much off the glass, but Drown the putback. The Hornets have cut it to 9. The Hornets pump up the offense and cut it to 9. Missouri's 3. Tyler hit it 2. Davis some foul shots. Drown hit it 2. All of a sudden, Hornets down by 9. Mary Coakley, and the shot stopped falling in the breakaway. Drown to Brody. Foul called. Cowan fouls Brody. She'll go to the line. Chance for Plattsburgh to shave some more points off the lead. Eric Gagnon on camera, did we say that? He's a graduate of Beekmantown Central School, let me tell you. Timeout, the Bridge Street Auction Service scoreboard with 1:09 to play in the third. It's Beekmantown 42, Plattsburgh High School 33. Brody with the swish on the first one. 42-34. $42-35. Here come the Hornets. Cowan for the Eagles. Cowan might have passed up a shot baseline. Marcia Coakley takes the shot from the outside. Drown high for the rebounds, but she traveled. Plattsburgh just playing with a little bit of uncertainty. They just don't look confident playing tonight. And they've made several uncharacteristic mistakes. Mary Coakley too hard off the glass. Debbie Davis, the lead pass for Brody. Good hands there. Knocked out of bounds by Cowan. Plattsburgh ball in front of the Hornet boys. Jeff Campbell, Nate Boyer over there. Whoops, I said boys, but Abby Graves is there with her camera mixed in with the fellas. Drown, way off balance shot and somehow went in. Don't ask me how. Hornet fans grinning to themselves and each other. But the lead is cut to 5. A big comeback by Plattsburgh High School. And a foul called on Brody, a block. 42-37. The Hornets with about 7 unanswered points. I think it was 42-28. Maybe it's 9 unanswered points by Plattsburgh. 25 seconds to play. But the Hornets have this game within reach. Tyler on the boards to Davis. The Eagles' run in the second quarter started when Davis left the court. Plattsburgh turnover. Marcia Coakley the other way, misses the shot. And at the buzzer. No shot for Plattsburgh, but a big comeback by the Hornets. They finish with a flourish, and with 1 quarter to go, the Bridge Street Auction Service scoreboard has Beekmantown 42, PHS 37. Eagles ball to start the final 8 minutes, or will it be the final 8 minutes? And 12 unanswered points by Plattsburgh High School to end the third quarter. Beekmantown turns it over. It was 42-25 at one point, 12 unanswered points, and you can bet your insurance policy on that one. I can guarantee you that's true. 12 unanswered points. Plattsburgh turnover. Get up. Go get him, bro. We get all kind of statisticians that help us out. We spare no cost to get all these facts from some of the people we hire to be our stat people. We spare no cost. What's that? Because and Eric Gagnon on camera gets on my case. I accidentally forgot my checkbook at home. So I can't pay anybody for helping us out. All right. This is serious business here. It's 42-37. The big run by Beekmantown at the end of the second quarter. The big run by PHS at the end of the third quarter. Mary Coakley. Cromie to Marcia Coakley. Mary Coakley, Megan Mazurek there. She was picked, and the Coakleys rolling the rim on their last several shots. Brody all the way, reverse layup, no. Didn't draw the foul. And a 2-on-1, and Beekmantown throws it away. Brody on the breakaway, cuts over for the right-hand layup, and Brody puts it in. Here come the Hornets. They've cut it to 3. They've cut it to 3. They were down by 17. Let me tell you, what a comeback by the Hornets. Mary Coakley in and out. Nothing dropping for Beekmantown. All those three-pointers in the first half were falling for the Eagles. But now ice cold. Brody, the jumper, off the mark, and Marcia Coakley there. Well, I'm getting a little excited. I'm going to get some names mixed up, folks. The lead down to 3. 14 unanswered points by Plattsburgh High School. The Eagles need a bucket just to break the streak, and they get it. It's a two-pointer from Marcia Coakley. Eric Gagnon having a whale of a time on camera. Davis, and a foul called, a block called on Marcia Coakley. Otherwise, the charge would have been Davis's fourth foul. Not anywhere near the bonus situation. And we're going to have a timeout with 5:27 to play. We're in the fourth quarter, and it's Beekmantown 44, Plattsburgh 39. Brody to Tyler. They look for Davis. Tyler swings it back. This is Drown. Drown tries to move down the baseline. Good defense. Tyler open. Swish! Lindsay Tyler. I'll make a believer out of her yet. She has 7 points in the game, and it's back to a 3-point difference. Coakley, nice quick move. Missed the shot, got it right back. Brody tips it. Brody with the steal. To the hoop. Scores! Brody! Brody! And she has a 6-pack of points, and the Hornets trail by 1. Let me tell you, 4:30 to play. It's Beekmantown 44, Plattsburgh 43. Turnover. Taken back by Beekmantown. Williams blocked by Tyler. Tyler, push. Not in the bonus, not even close. Hornets will have the ball, but the Hornet crowd is into this one. The Hornet crowd is watching this one. About 15 minutes ago, they were all making plans about tomorrow and tomorrow night. All of a sudden, all that doesn't matter. We got ourselves a basketball game. Whistle blows, and I don't know what that was all about, but it looked like Plattsburgh wasn't going to be able to get the ball in within the 5 seconds. So because it was such an important possession, just as the ball was coming in, Coach Fountain yelled out, timeout. Somebody just threw something on the court. There's a thing rolling across the floor. I don't like that. I don't know where it came from. Maybe it was an accident, but that could cause a serious injury, and official Mark DeCoste scoops it up. Gives us a chance maybe to scan the crowd a little bit. And the Hornet crowd, they're trying to get the wave started. The Hornet boys over there, they're trying to get the wave started. I'd take part in that if we could get it rolling. I see Brian Cook, Jordan Maley, R.J. Maloney, one of the ringleaders of the wave. some of the Hornet cheerleaders behind. I see that Hayden girl, and I see Kim Bazayo, and I see the Looters girl. Let's see. We got some Hornet guys. Scott Rougeau's over there. The Cookie Monster's over there. All right. All right, here we go. 4:13 to play. Beekmantown leads by 1. They try to go to Davis. I guess it skipped off her leg. I don't know if she slipped or what. So Plattsburgh not able to take advantage of that possession. Beekmantown with their 17-point lead at risk, and they turn it over. Jessica Cromie stepped on the inbounds line. So Eagles turn it over. Brody gets it to Drown. Drown had 8 first half points. She has 4 in the second half. Davis looking. Spins. Oh, that'll be a charge. Yep. Good defense there by Marsha Coakley. And John Fountain not happy about it, but that's 4 fouls now on Debbie Davis. 3:55 to play. Coach Fountain will question, but it's rare if he would ever get a technical foul. But that's a costly 4th foul, and you leave Davis in. 44-43 with 3:50 to play in the contest. Or will we have OT? Hornets down by 1. Coakley thought about it. Cromie takes it baseline and stolen away by Tyler. Tyler, a whale of a second half. Hornets with a possession and a chance to regain the lead. Tyler blocked by Mary Coakley. Drown on the inside, dishes out to Tyler. Oh, Davis momentarily open. Tyler takes it in traffic. Huge block, no foul called, and wow. Possession arrow to Beekmantown. No, to Plattsburgh with the shot clock at 7. Shot clock at 7. Doesn't reset. Oh, Tyler has to take that. At the shot clock buzzer. Too short on the shot, didn't hit the rim. Tyler had to take that shot because the shot clock was down to 6 seconds. 44-43, 3 minutes to play. Eagles by 1. Mary Coakley circles around. Mazurek right there in her sneakers. Williams to Coakley. Baseline cut off by the Hornet defense. Shot clock at 7. Now the Eagles have to hurry. Brody steals it. Breakaway. Hornets lead. Hornets lead. Brody. Hornets lead by 1. 2:28 to play. They were 17 points down. 17. And they lead by 1. 3. The three-pointer by Brittany Williams. 5 points in the quarter for Beekmantown, and they lead by 2, and a travel called on Brody. Let me tell you, Camry Allen replaces Mazurek. Let me tell you, 2:07 to play in the 4th quarter. 2:07 to play in the 4th quarter. And it's official. It's a barn burner. And you know what that means. A bucket of wings on the way home. It's Beekmantown 47, Plattsburgh High School 45. And the Hornet crowd agreed. Jordan Maley and Brian Cook. Some of the boys yelled at us during the timeout. It's a barn burner. They agree. Mary Coakley taken away. No foul on Plattsburgh. Girls basketball, what an exciting game. Recently we were at Westport Central School and saw 4 of the retired jerseys for their girls basketball teams. 3 basketball, 1 soccer at Westport Central, but one of those Aaron Pratt. And after the game we talked with Aaron Pratt's parents. This is Mary Coakley for an important foul shot. Coakley now 1 for 3 from the line. 4 each way for team fouls, so that doesn't play a role yet. Coakley's second one makes it 3-point lead. So we talked with Erin Pratt. She is now Erin Pratt Schrader and attending Kansas State University's School of Veterinary Medicine. Brock Hughes fouls Camry Allen. 1:38 to play. Beekmantown 48, Plattsburgh 45. The Hornets trailed by 17 early in the third quarter. By the end of the third quarter, the lead was down to 5. They took a 1-point lead. Camry Allen at the line. Too short on her first one. She's now 1 for 3 from the charity stripe. Allen swishes her second 2-point ball game. Beekmantown basketball. 1:35 to play. Eagles by 2. Eagles won by 3 in Beekmantown earlier this season. Brock Hughes, Marsha Coakley, Mary Coakley inside to Brock Hughes, knocked away. Mary Coakley got it and missed the free ticket to the basket. Mary Coakley gets it back to Marsha. Tipped. Brody on the defense. Plattsburgh has it. 1:09 to play. Hornets with a huge possession here. They have to take their time and get a good shot. Down the lane, and a foul called as Davis attacked the basket. Marsha Coakley picks up a foul, not in the bonus. That's 4 on Marsha Coakley now. So she and Davis battling, and they each have 4 fouls. What an interesting basketball game. We've had some beauties this year. Davis, 58 seconds. Beekmantown leads by 2. Who's going to take the key shot for Plattsburgh? Inside to Drown. Travel called by Drown. Drown must have shoveled her feet. Costly turnover. That was a huge possession for Plattsburgh. Beekmantown inbounds it. 45 seconds. Eagles by 2. Shot clock at about 18 seconds ahead of the game clock. Shot clock at 20. And Coach Waters takes a timeout. The shot clock is at 18. The game clock at 37. And the score is Beekmantown 48, Plattsburgh 46. Following the timeout, Mary Coakley. Now a huge possession for Beekmantown because they can make it a 2-possession game for Plattsburgh. Shot clock at 4. They're not going to get a shot off. They didn't even get a goal. That's it. Plattsburgh with 15 seconds, down by 2. Plattsburgh with 12 seconds, down by 2. To Davis. Davis to the basket. Brock Hughes over Brock Hughes. Davis puts it back in. Tied with 2 seconds. It's tied. It's tied. We got a timeout. We got a timeout. But Debbie Davis hit it. It was the putback by Davis that tied us at 48 with 1.8 seconds to play. Beekmantown will have a quick inbound play. The Hornets are happy but can't take anything for granted. They hope they're looking overtime in the face. But Davis, time and again, that's why you like to have her on the floor. Davis with 13 points in the game, 8 in the second half. She sat out much of the second quarter, 6 minutes basically of the second quarter. It's tied at 48 with 1.8 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. So here we go. They're going to send the long pass down, up for grabs, knocked out of bounds at the buzzer. The Hornets didn't allow the entry pass. So when you analyze this one, you say, after one, the Hornets led by 3. At halftime, with that huge second quarter by Beekmantown, outscoring Plattsburgh 24-6, Beekmantown with a 35-20 halftime lead. It looked over. Beekmantown came out of the locker room, put in a bucket to make a 17-point lead. When it was 42-25, Plattsburgh went on a run. It ended up being, what was that, about a 14-point run they went on, or a 15-point run. A long run by the Hornets through the end of the third quarter. Hornets outscored Beekmantown 17-7 in the third quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, Beekmantown scores just 6. Plattsburgh High School scores 11 to make up the difference. And we are tied at 48 going into overtime. Eric Gagnon on camera. I'm Foxy Gagnon. We are North Country Cable Network. Our thanks to Bridge Street Auction Service for their support of Hornets girls basketball. We'll jump at center and we'll play 4 minutes. Brock Hughes versus Drown. Brock Hughes stands about 6'4", maybe 6'2", but on the ground, and Drown scoots it to Tyler. And Tyler, they wrestle the ball away from her, tie her up. Possession arrow, since Plattsburgh got the jump ball, Beekmantown gets the possession arrow. Official scorer, Laura Gagnon, quick on the trigger there. 10 seconds into overtime. Knocked away by Davis. Now the Hornets played an overtime contest just 3 games ago against Seton Catholic. Seton Catholic won it in overtime 51-49. And I'm not sure what happened or what the call was there. I missed it. Huh? And they won in overtime, that's right. 3 out of 4 games, the Hornets go to overtime. They lost to Seton in overtime. Then they lost by 13 to NCCS in regulation. They beat Lake Placid in overtime, 44-40. So, second consecutive game, 3 out of 4. Coach Fountain will be reaching for the Rolaids again after this one. Nice pass from Davis to Drown. Brock Hughes on the defense. Brody doesn't get the bounce, that's what I wanted to say. And Eagles up the floor. Coakley and Allen fouled her. Camry Allen called for the foul, and that's her 4th. Davis with 4, Allen with 4. On the Hornets side, Marcia Coakley with 4 for Beekmantown. Marcia Coakley at the line. She has 12 points in the game. And Brock Hughes has 4, thank you. We've relied on Bob Parks and Casey Flynn to help us out with keeping track of all the action here tonight, and we appreciate that. Marcia Coakley hits her first to give the Eagles the 1-point lead, now the 2-point lead. Marcia Coakley, 6 for 6 from the foul line in the game. Davis gets past Marcia Coakley, brings it all the way in. Drown, it was tipped away by Coakley. No, it wasn't. I guess Drown lost the handle. 3 minutes to play in overtime. 50-48. Big possession for the Eagles as they can go up by 4, maybe even 5. They've had the propensity for the 3-point shot tonight. And that was Williams thinking about it. She's hit 2. Williams in 3-point range. Mary Coakley to Marcia Coakley. Drown with the defense. Coach Waters wanted the foul on Drown. 2.5 to play. Inside to Drown, and she traveled again. Hornets losing some golden opportunities. 50-48 with 2:15 remaining. It's the Eagles by 2, but they turn it over in a big possession. This is becoming the game that nobody wants to win all of a sudden in overtime. The Hornets climbed the mountain, came back from 17 down. The Debbie Davis shot with 1.8 seconds, tied it at 48. Drown drops it in, and she was fouled. Courtney Drown ties it at 50 in OT, and the Hornets can take the lead on a foul shot. Drown is 2 for 2 from the foul line. Indeed, a barn burner. In and out, but Davis there, blocked by Mary Coakley. What a game. Tied at 50. Ball on the ground, tied up, possession to Plattsburgh. Coach Fountain wants a timeout. 1:45 to play in overtime, and the Bridge Street Auction Service scoreboard has Beekmantown 50, Plattsburgh High School 50. Plattsburgh ball tied at 50, folks. 2 points apiece in overtime. Drown backs her way in, blocked by Brock Hughes. Excellent block. Marcia Coakley down the floor past everybody, puts it in. Just slid through traffic. Marcia Coakley puts Beekmantown back up by 2. Camry Allen. Brody. The baseline jumper, short. No Hornet went to the ball. Beekmantown gets it. 1:03 to play. Beekmantown by 2. They can take their time, use the shot clock, but you still want to get a good shot. 15 on the shot clock. At 10, you want to start looking. They go inside to Brock Hughes, and she tosses it in. Brock Hughes, a big basket. Hornets down by 4. Not much time here. Davis attacks the basket, blocked by Brock Hughes. Bodies fall, and the ball game is in Beekmantown's hands. Drown fouls Mary Coakley. Beekmantown, the shot clock is off on that foul. 29.8 to play in overtime. Eagles by 4. Eagles at the line for 2. Some teams down by 17 and blow the lead. They absolutely lost the lead to the hustling Hornets in the second half. Some teams would just hang their heads in overtime and feel defeat. But Coach Greg Waters' team didn't do that. They scored 6 points in overtime, 4 by Marcia Coakley, and a big 2-pointer by Brock Hughes. 25 seconds. Davis dishes to Allen. 3-point range. 3! Allen hits the 3, and the Hornets are down by 1. 18 seconds. Shot clock is off. The Hornets have to foul. Why aren't the Hornets fouling? Finally they do, but the clock is down to 8.3. The Coakley girls were content to just keep the ball in the backcourt and dribble around. So with 8.3, what a three-pointer, a clutch three-pointer by Camry Allen. Allen's 13th on the CVAC season. Third foul on Drown. So the situation is 54-53. Coakley will go to the line. I'm not sure which one. I think it's Marcia Coakley, but I'm not sure. But one of the Coakleys will go to the line with 8.3 and a 1-and-1 situation. So the Hornets, no matter what happens on a miss or a make, the Hornets need the ball, and they will have to hurry it up the floor and get a relatively good shot. You got to get a good look at the basket. Now, 8 seconds of basketball can be a while, but boy, I'd want to hurry it up the floor and maybe one pass and get the shot. Eric Gagnon with overtime duty. His arm is hanging because he had an exciting junior varsity contest before this one. So we've kept him into the late hours of the night. We don't even know if our cars are going to start. We just got a report that it's wind chill factor of 103 below zero outside the gymnasium. So we don't know if anybody's cars will start. They may have to serve sandwiches inside the gym here just to keep me happy. Still another timeout and 8.3 to play. It's Beekmantown 54 and Plattsburgh 53. It's Mary Coakley at the line. She is 2 for 6. She swishes that one. Now that makes it a 2-point game. So now strategy plays a role. I see trainer Mark Donnelly reaching for some ice to have some ice ready for Eric Gagnon's shoulder after this game. In and out in the second one. 7 seconds, 6, 5, Drown with the ball. Allen, offline at the buzzer. And Beekmantown Central wins it in overtime. Beekmantown Central in overtime. The Hornets got the desperation shot at the buzzer, but it fell short of the bucket. And Beekmantown wins it in overtime, 55-53. For Plattsburgh scoring, Kate Flynn with a foul shot in the game, Camry Allen with a three-pointer in overtime, and 7 points overall. A three-pointer by Mazurek in the game. Stephanie Brody with 8 points, 6 of those in the second half comeback. Lindsay Tyler with 7 points in the game. Debbie Davis with 13 points in the contest, and Courtney Drown with 14 in the game. A total of 53 for Plattsburgh. 2 points short of Beekmantown Central. Beekmantown moves to 7-4 on the season. An excellent team effort. Jessica Cromie with 2 points in the game. Brittany Williams with 4. Robin Bushy with a couple of three-pointers for 6. Casey Cowan got another three-pointer to her total. She had 3 in the game, 3 points in the game. Billy Joe Branham also hit a three-pointer. Laura Brockhughes with a good game with 9 points, her season high. And then the Coakley sisters, Marcia Coakley with a total of 16 points in the game, and Mary Coakley a total of 12 points in the game. Thanks to Steve Brody and Bridge Street Auction Service for their support of Hornets girls basketball, and thanks to Eric Gagnon for his great work on camera. This is Foxy Gagnon on behalf of everyone at North Country Cable Network saying final score in overtime, Beekmantown Central 55, Plattsburgh High School 53. Good night, North Country.